Hey guys, and welcome to Day-to-Day Scott, where I bring you daily content on entrepreneurship and personal growth. How do I bring in that daily content? Well, it's simple. I founded a company in November last year, and what I do is I simply take you through my learnings of each day. Now, how that's going to be useful to you as an entrepreneur is we're both entrepreneurs. We're both in the trenches, so we're going to be learning very similar things, and we're going to be having a lot of failure as soon as we're starting out. At the end of the day, I want us to fail because then we're learning. But I'm going to make the whole process a lot easier for you because you're going to be able to learn from my failures each day. So that's what I do. I will curate and put my learnings into my videos each day onto this platform and my other channels for you to learn from each day. As always, comment below, feedback, questions, anything about anything I say is I'll happily communicate with you down in the comments. So please do stay tuned. This is a really interesting video because this is all about community building. If you want to build a community following on or offline, this is the way to do it in 2018. If not to do it all together, but you need to watch this video if you're interested in building a community / following on or offline. This is the video to watch. So stay tuned and we'll get into it. Hey guys, and welcome back to Day-to-Day Scott. So let's just make sure that's all clear. Oh, I see. I always mess around with it and now I just make it worse, don't I? Again, that OCD nature. Silly me. Anyway, we're back on board now and we're happy days. Right, so you'll see by the title, this is the secret to Wework's success. A little note, by the way, just before I go on to the video. I know this is really late. I know most of the videos have been very late recently. I apologise. The reason for this is because the amount of work I have at the moment is insane, which is a good thing, but I'm just trying to find my way to manage it because I'm not used to managing people. So if you don't know, I'm now for a client, I'm managing 8 people for a client. So I've gone from managing no people to managing 8 people. It's all online, but still managing, having to call and follow up meetings, just keeping track of all their data and what I've said to them is just so difficult. So 8 people, and we've got 5 more coming on in the next 2 weeks. And pretty much every month, that'll be 2 to 4 people every month because the growth plan of this client is insane. And I love this client, but they're giving me a lot. They're going crazy with the work. So that's why these are late, and they're probably going to be late now and then because just I'm trying to find a way to make myself more efficient with managing my time and understanding how to manage suddenly a team of 8, 15, 20, 30, 40 is going to be 100 people by the time we get to the end of this year, which is exciting, but I'm just sort of trying to understand how to manage that. So I hope you bear with me. Please do bear with me, and if there's any issues, please just comment below. But I do apologize. I will try my hardest to always upload these videos no matter what, but I will try. Right, so, and I will do it. So let me stop ranting and let's get into the video. I should have probably done that at the end, but I've done it now anyway, so you know. Okay, so the video is the secret to Wework's success, Daily Blog 79. And if you don't know who Wework are, I'll just give you a bit of context to who they are. They're a co-working space. So they're a co-working space. You'll know about co-working, no doubt, if you're an entrepreneur. And if you don't, co-working is basically just like shared offices. It's a really big trend, hot thing at the moment. Really common for startups because basically office space was just too expensive for startups because usually it's renting out just like warehouses and just renting out rooms. Whereas now it's become the big trend is co-working space. So companies are putting money, like banks and big companies are putting money into buying big locations, like big buildings, and basically just renovating and changing them all into offices. And it's all just literally group working offices. So you'll be working with tons of other startups. So that's pretty much what a co-working is. Just if you don't know what a co-working office is. I recently came to one. Literally, I started here on Wednesday, which is amazing. I'm at Workspace Hub in Leeds, and I absolutely love it. And I would recommend it if you are in Leeds. But we're talking about Wework in this one. The reason we're talking about Wework in this one is because Wework are the most, I thought they were the largest co-working, but I heard something about yesterday being the second largest. But yeah, they're pretty much the most established co-working space in the world. And just to know how established they are, I looked this up and I was shocked. They're in 20 countries. and the amount of cities, it was about 80 cities. So there's 20 countries, about 80 cities. I'll go through them. US, Colombia, Japan, Argentina, Australia, France, Mexico, Brazil, India, Singapore, Canada, Netherlands, Peru, Germany, Ireland, Spain, China, Israel, South Korea, and now the UK. Did it. Obviously, I just read that off. I didn't actually remember that. That would have been a bit cool, I'm sure. Anyway, they've just come into the UK. We've had co-working space here before. I know a lot of co-working space in the local areas, but Wework have really come in and they kicked off. They have 20 in London. So they have 20 WeWorks. So again, shocked me when I found this out the other day when I went there. They have 20 WeWorks in London, and now they have one in Manchester, and they're building another one in Manchester as well. So they're definitely going to have a huge growth plan for the UK, and no doubt they'll be in pretty much every city in the UK within the next 3 years. So I had the pleasure to go to the Manchester one to experience it because I heard so much about it. I know lots of startups there, so they put me up for the day in their offices, which was great, and that relationship's always there. So I've always got a place to go and work in when I'm in Manchester, which I'm really happy about. But the thing that blew my mind was realizing how they are so successful in what they do. And because I'd heard so much about them and about the community building, and this is really key that I went to see this as well because of the client, one of the clients I work with, it's huge to do with community building, and even though it's not co-working, it's very similar sort of method to building a community and what they're doing. So I really want to analyze their space and understand how they did it. So having had a day in it, I was blown away. Like, it's just insane. It's just such a joke how good it is. It's like no else. I've just never experienced a co-working space like it is. It's crazy. So they've got all these offices. The size of it will blow your mind as well. But anyway, the size of it's huge. I can't remember. I think it sits something like 500 people or something, probably more. I don't know. Actually, no. I think it was about 750. It was ridiculous. The building's massive. Anyway, let's stop getting off topic. The thing that I wanted to understand is how they build a community and how much value they honestly bring to the community. So I went there and experienced today, and I'm just going to roll off things they have just to understand sort of free stuff they give. So they have communal areas. I saw two, no doubt. They're two big main communal areas, and that had all your drinks, like coffees, teas, every hot drink. It had beer, it had on tap ale, lagers. I don't think it had wine, but it had lagers and beers. All this, have as much as you want. There's no limit to it as long as you pay for your offices there. Well, I was a guest. You can just have, guests can have it as well. You can have unlimited alcohol, which is just amazing. But yeah, unlimited alcohol. And every Thursday, which I went there Thursday specifically, because they do a special thing on Thursday where it's they give more free drinks, so they let spirits are free as well for a happy hour from 6 till 7, and they give loads of free pizza, and the pizza's amazing. So obviously that's a great way to bring a community together. They have the communal areas, there's like food you can get. They have all the offices, they're like glass office. It's really cool. It's like glass office. This is going to sound weird. I know this isn't going to sound good when I say it, but I mean it in the best way. It's like a prison. It's not a good way to explain it's like a prison. But what I mean when I say it's like a prison, I don't mean that in a negative way at all. I mean how close quarters it is. Like the offices are like they're all interchanged. It's quite interesting. Like you can walk around. It's like a maze almost, but it's really fascinating because it's all like glass offices, but they're really tight together. So you will naturally engage with people around you, which again, that's community building, making people sort of encouraged to meet and chat. It's pretty hard not to, really. And I ended up seeing loads of people that I knew that I didn't even know was there, and I ended up having chats with them, and I got to know so many different people just from that, just because the offices were so close quarters. So just the whole design, the aspect of it, the amount of support they have. There's always staff on. There's obviously staff on the reception, but there's like extra staff walking about with the tops on. They're literally there to almost like maintain happiness, just sort of be there to answer any questions, deal with anything. There's sort of staff around the drinks just to help you with the drinks, and like it's not needed. It's all self-pull, but they're there just to sort of assist and just help you out and just make it a quicker process. And even like when I was going, like I needed a bottle opener for a second, before I could even reach for it, someone was there. And like, I don't even know where she popped up from, but she just popped up and she was just there with a bottle opener. I was like, okay, fair enough. Thank you very much. It was like, it's what I'm trying to get at, because I feel like I've gone on too much about sort of the whole experience there now. Let's get into sort of learning it. Wework have gone above and beyond with the amount of value they're putting to their community to bring people together. They have put everything in. They have put by bringing people together through free alcohol, free food, to having close quarter offices and throwing their own events. It's all about bring people together, bringing people to create ideas, to bounce off each other, and to just help the businesses become more successful. Because it could sound like it's a bit of a piss up, but obviously you have fun. There's a piss up aspect of it, obviously. That's the fun part. But at the end of the day, and this is a quote I really strongly believe in, a big part of you being successful is who you surround yourself with. I truly believe that. It's who you surround yourself with. And having all these innovative startups, I met so many interesting startups there. Just bouncing off them, and other similar startups to me, sort of bouncing off them and learning from their methods, their strategies. I just learned so much. So having that every day, you're going to succeed in business. Like in that community, it's not just you're having fun, but you're going to succeed. It's not the business is going to do well because you're around other buzzing entrepreneurs that are in the same space, that have new ideas that you can come and collab on. So the way they've designed it is just so community focused, and that is the secret to WeWork success, is that they've just gone all in on building the community, from giving as much value as possible and just putting all the money in. And it's just, they have gone above and beyond, the surprise and delight I keep on saying. And I just think you can take so much away from this when you think about building followings and communities on social profiles, on off social profiles, just in events, when you're trying to build your personal brand offline or online. It's at the end of the day, when you're building a brand, you're trying to build some sort of community. Your customers, you're gonna build a community around a brand. Whatever brand you are, service or product, you're building some sort of community of people that love what you do and they buy what you do. So this is so powerful to analyze and really learn and understand, because it can be applied in all of business. In all businesses. So that's why I really wanted to go through this. It wasn't really to try sell how good WeWork was. It was really to understand, firstly explain what they do and really understand why they're doing that. It's not just to sort of look cool. There's an integral part to why they're doing it, and it's all about just building communities and bringing as much value as possible and going above and beyond to make you stay there, not leave, and for you to just absolutely love the place. And that at the end of the day is going to create word of mouth, and it's going to create word of mouth, and it's going to build a community very exceptionally fast. That's probably why they were able to get 20 WeWorks done in London, build 20 WeWorks in London, which still blows my mind how many there are. When I've seen the size of it, it can fit like 500, 750 people, that Manchester one. If they have 20 of them in London, like Jesus, I mean, it's just crazy. And this one in Manchester as well, they built, and they're not even finished filling it up with people in the offices, and they're already like building the next one. Their growth plan seems like quite aggressive, and I guess that's how they've been successful in other cities, is because they've got a very aggressive approach. Maybe that's maybe we'll dive into that for another video. But this one's focused on the community, and your takeaway for this is care more about your community than they care about you. Just really honestly care. At the end of the day, go back to that quote, there's no better ROI than just giving a fuck. And I don't mean to swear, it's just, I'm verbatim it from Gary Vee. There's no better return on investment than just caring. Care more than your community cares about you. Surprise and delight. Go above and beyond. It's all about the surprise and delight, because you can care and love your community and give content, which is great. Like, that's awesome, and that's going to build a community. But if you want to be sort of from the building community to like your 8 out of 10 to your absolutely 10 out of 10 amazing, you got to go above and beyond. So all that amazing content, and then you just throw something out of nowhere that people don't expect, and it surprises them, it delights them. That is going to make you create such a successful brand in 2018, whether it's a personal brand or a business brand, digital marketing brand, a beauty brand, a fitness brand, whatever it is. That is going to create your best brand. It's just going above and beyond surprising and delight. I really hope you really read into this video. Sorry if I rambled on too much about how good Wework was. I was just so amazed by it, and I just really wanted to get it through to you how amazing they are at this. So I would really recommend maybe watching this video again and actually going and analysing Wework. And hey, try find someone who's there and just experience it for yourself. Honestly, it'll be such a good learning curve. You don't need to be needing to go to needing offices. It'll just be interesting, because it'll allow you to really see what I'm trying to say here. And I honestly believe you'll be able to practically learn what I'm trying to say here if you just go spend a day there. And if you do really want to spend a day there but you don't know anyone, just comment below and I'll sort that out for you. Don't worry at all. So as always, guys, it was an absolute pleasure. I hope you really enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed this one. Oh, that's blurred again. That's blurred a little bit. I hope that didn't blur too much. You can tell my words go a little bit when it gets late. It is now 20 to 1 in the morning. My head is fried. I've been working since about 10 or 11. So head's pretty fried, I'll be honest, but we're all good. We're still pushing on. So as always, guys, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel at Scott Mears, where you are now. My Twitter at Scott Mears _. Please follow that, and follow my Facebook at Scott Mears Entrepreneur. As always, guys, the best way to predict your future is create it. Go out there and create your future. Build your communities. Ask any comments or questions down below. This is Day to Day Scott. It was an absolute pleasure. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.